Hi everyone, it's Erin from the Provincial Farmhouse. Today I'm doing a video for the Paint Couture creative team. Today I'm going to be creating a French country spring pot. For my project, I'm going to be using this little terracotta pot that I had in my stash. As you can see, I have been using it for laser practice, but I wanted to give it a makeover. So I'm going to be using Redesign's Blooming Banners mold. I'm going to dust the design that I want to use with cornstarch. This is going to help my air dry clay to release from the mold a bit easier. And then I'm going to work my dust air dry clay into one of the banner designs. I'm just using my thumbs and fingers to push that excess clay out of the sides of the design, and then I'm going to bend and flex the mold, flip it over, and then further bend the mold backwards to help release my clay casting. Once my casting is released, I am using my Sealy's Quickset wood glue on the back. I'm going to spread an even amount on the back there, making sure I've got good coverage, and then I'm going to be adding that to my terracotta pot surface. I am then going to gently maneuver that into place and start gently pressing those florals to mold to the pot surface. I then went in and decided that I would use just part of the mold design from that same Blooming Banners mold, and I just want to cast some of the flowers. I want to have the flowers sort of creeping around the side of the pot. So I just repeated the same process, a little bit of cornstarch, my air dry clay, and then now I'm using my wood glue to glue that partial casting in place on the right. I then went in and added this extra little piece that was separate from the florals. I'm going to have that coming up on the right hand side there, and then I cast the exact same mold again. However, this time after adding my glue to the back, I'm going to position that on the left hand side. So as I said, I did want to have the florals sort of creeping further around the pot. I think these florals are perfect for a flower pot design. While my clay is still wet, I'm going to grab these little stamps here that I got from Amazon, and I am going to be creating the word jardin, which is French for garden, and I am pressing my stamps into my wet clay to create an impression. This is something that I've just recently started doing with this particular mold because it is pretty new, and it's a really lovely effect. Now, if you didn't want to press your stamps into wet clay, you could of course leave this step for last and use ink or paint with your stamps to spell out the word on the banner instead. I let my castings dry for a few hours, and then I took out Paint Couture's Crust Medium, and I'm also going to be making a custom mix of 3 parts Pinecone to 1 part pitch black chalk paint by Paint Couture. I'm going to use a palette knife to take some of that Crust Medium out, and I'm just putting it on the inside of a lid, and then I'm going to take that custom color mix there, and I'm going to tint the Crust Medium. So remember, you can do this, you can tint that medium to suit your project. I'm going to stir it really well, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to start applying it to my pot. I want this pot to have quite an old world vintage weathered feel. I want it to have quite a bit of texture to help create that aged look. So I am adding that Crust Medium with the palette knife and sort of scraping it along. I'm changing directions here and there as well to further create that texture and interest. And I'm just going to continue to work my way around, applying that tinted Crust Medium to the outside of my pot, gently working in amongst the molds. And then once I have the outside covered, I did then go in and start applying it just to the upper top rim of the pot, and just a little bit part way on the inside. I didn't want to go all the way down inside the pot. I didn't think there was much of a need of that. So I just sort of went around the inner rim that you can sort of see there. Next, I grabbed a paintbrush and I'm going to scrape up some of that crust tinted medium there, and I'm going to dab a little bit of it on the banners mold. I thought it would look a little bit odd if I had all this texture around my castings but none on the castings, so I'm just gently going in there with that. And then I did grab some of the paint without the crust medium, and I'm going over the top of my castings as well. When that was dry, I took out Paint Couture's Buttercream chalk paint. I'm going over the top of my dry paint, but I am going to be allowing my brush to skip over some of the areas of that beautiful texture that we created with the Crust Medium. I am, however, going in a little bit heavier over the areas where we have the castings. I'm going to be adding some color over the top of that, so I do want to be a bit heavier. I'm going to go in and add that paint all around the outside, and then of course I'm going to paint the inside and the bottom. I ended up doing 2 coats of this. We do have quite a dark color underneath that buttercream. And so once my paint was dry, I then took out Paint Couture's Light Brown Sugar Antiquing Glaze, and I'm going to be using a tapered tip or pointed tip brush to really work that glaze into the castings to begin with. And then I'm going to be using a wet wipe shortly to start pulling that glaze back so that the glaze settles down into the texture and the details of the molds. It's really going to give those molds definition. You can see it's sitting in the imprints or the impressions that my stamps made on that Blooming Banners mold, and I love how it's catching in all of that texture that we created with the Crust Medium. So I'm just going to continue to add it around the outside, the inside of the pot, and of course the bottom too. When that was dry, I took out Paint Couture's Basil chalk paint. I'm using a small artist brush to go in and add that beautiful green to the leaf and stem details that are on the Blooming Banners mold. I am not too worried about being perfect here. I did also just do 1 coat because I am going to be going in a little bit later and distressing and pulling some of that back. Once that was dry, I took out Paint Couture's French Rose Mineral Paint, and I am going to go over the top of the florals. Now I am allowing the brush to skip over a lot of the low points on those castings because I still want to be able to see that glaze. It definitely gives those flowers more definition, gives it that look of age and wear that I'm going for this. So I'm just going to continue adding that French rose over the top of the flowers, and then I let it partially dry and then came in with a wet wipe. As you can see here, I am pulling back some of that paint and distressing it. Again, we want a worn look here, so it would look a little bit odd if we didn't have some distressing on the paint details. When that was dry, I did go back in with my brush that I was using with the glaze. I haven't added any more glaze to it. I'm just working it back in over the top of my paint to deepen the colors a little bit. Then when that was dry, I took out Paint Couture's Verde Green Antiquing Glaze, and I'm going to go in around the bottom and dab some of that product in places where I think moss would occur and accumulate, and Verde Green glaze is perfect for adding that. I especially love using it on my pots or outdoor sort of style statues. It just gives such an authentically aged look and like it's been sitting out in the garden for many years. So I just went around and added it in a few places where I thought it would be occurring naturally, and I really loved how it settled into that texture. Finally, when that was dry, I took out Paint Couture's Extreme Guard in Satin, and I am going to be sealing my pot with this clear coat. I'm going over the top of all of that texture, being careful to go back in and make sure that I'm not letting it pool in any areas. And I'm, of course, going to be painting the bottom and the inside as well. If I inspire you to try any of the Paint Couture products used in today's video, I would really appreciate it if you would use my affiliate link. You will find it in the description below. And here's a look at our finished French country pot. I think this turned out really sweet, and using the Crust Medium and the glazes has definitely given this an old world look. Let me know what you think of this in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button, comment, and if you haven't already, we would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the videos from the Paint Couture creative team. Thanks for watching.